What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Jay Real from the Real Hip Hop Show, where hip hop is everything and everything is hip hop. Y'all already know what it is, man. You know what I do and how I do, because that's what I do. You know what I mean? We're here to support the local artists. So all local artists, no matter where you from, region, whatever, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Send your music in MP3 form to the Real Hip Hop Show at yahoo.com. That's the Real Hip Hop Show at yahoo.com. So we can get that music heard, get it played, you know what I'm talking about. We're going to let everybody know how dope you is, or, hey, some people might not like it. It is what it is, man, but it's the Real Hip Hop Show, man. Like I said, we support the local artists here, and I got a great local artist here with me tonight. You know what I mean? Assata Blanco. Assata Blanco, what up, though?
What's up with you?
Already, man. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I can't complain. You know, it ain't never did no good.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, already, man. But, yo, I just want to tell you, know what I mean? Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for, taking out the time to holler at me.
Yeah, and thanks. I appreciate you playing my music and putting local artists on the pedestal. I appreciate that.
Oh, yeah, no problem, man. I mean, hey, what you do is dope. So I ain't got no choice but to play it. You know what I mean? That's why I made the show for. So, long as you keep making that great music, I'm going to keep playing it.
Oh, well, you're going to have a lot more songs to play. For real.
That's what I need. That's what I need.
That's for sure. You're going to get more music.
Oh, yeah. I just got something from you the other day. They ain't heard it yet, though, but it's about to be crazy.
Yeah, they ain't even... Yeah, I'm out here working crazy. I'm trying to give people what they like, but at the same time, I ain't gonna stop what I do. It gotta be the music I like too.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But we're gonna go ahead and I wanna start off with this. And I start off this way because I like for people to know, you know what I mean, the artists and who they are and stuff like that. But
okay.
Assata Blanco. Explain that to the people that don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, first, I used to go by the name Crystal. That's when I was younger, but since I then got older, my mind's stronger. I feel like I'm wiser in my decisions and, my thought process. Right. I got the name Assata Blanco, actually it's from two people that I look up to.
Right.
I got the name Assata from Assata Shakur. She was actually a female Black Panther. She was locked up. They locked her up for allegedly shooting a New Jersey state trooper.
Yeah.
And she was on the run once they locked her up. They put her in an all-men's prison. End up the men Black Panthers that was locked up. They helped her escape. She escaped and went to Cuba, but she was real wise for her age. It wasn't too many females like her back then.
Right.
And everything she said was basically the truth. And it ain't too many females who actually mind strong. A lot of them actually influenced by a lot of stuff that go around. That's going on around them instead of actually being their own person.
Right.
So that's why I got the name Assata from. Now Blanco, I got the last name from Griselda Blanco.
Griselda Blanco? Yeah.
Yeah. She was known as the cocaine godmother. She was a known female drug dealer. Which that ain't you get it how you live, but she took over. Back in her days, it was a lot of men drug dealers, big men. That were kingpins. She came in, she was basically the only female that was doing what she was doing, and she took over real fast. So I felt like getting the name Blanco, that showed that, I'm going to take over real fast. So I put Assata Blanco because my mind's strong. Like I said, my thought process is different. And at the same time, I'm ready to take over. And, right now, I ain't really feeling like nobody else is a threat, just like Griselda Blanco. So, that's where I got the name from.
No doubt. Hey, you just broke that down all the way where I don't think a lot of them going to get it because a lot of them don't know about Assata Shakur and a lot of them don't know about Griselda Blanco.
Exactly.
So, Assata Shakur, to those that what they call her woke, Yeah, I mean, they should know that story. You know what I mean? And they should know about Assata Blanco, a.k.a. the Godmother. You know what I mean?
Right.
And with me being a big Tupac fan, you know what I mean? Assata Shakur, Tupac's aunt. You know what I mean? So just a little hip-hop history for him.
Right.
But, that's what's up, though, man. Again, yo, welcome to the show, man. Thanks for coming by.
And thanks for having me.
Oh, most definitely, man. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it, man. So what made you, decide I'm going to start rapping?
Well, like when I was about 13, I always like writing poems. Like that's always something that I like to do. Back here in Kingston, the people from Kingston, I don't know, they probably remember, but it used to be a bookstore in the mall right beside Rainbow.
Yeah, I remember that store. I used to go in that store.
Yeah, when I was like in the 4th or 5th grade, they had a little scholar, basically talent search, where they had ended up having a book from Eastern North Carolina, and they got all different grades of kids to write poems, and in that book, they published one of my poems. So, like that basically, that motivated me. So I went from poems, and once I went from writing poems, I started feeling like, I was expressing myself that way, but I love music. So at the end of the day, I started putting my poems with music, and that's how I ended up writing music. But when I started out, nobody really didn't want to hear me. Like my cousins, my family, music is big in my family. Like I got cousins that they do their thing. Shout out CBC, Reed, Cole Summer. I was the only female rapping with them.
No doubt.
But yeah, and a lot of the before I even start rapping with them, a lot of the people that I was around growing up in St. John, they all rap. Big E.
Yeah, shout out to homie Big E.
Yeah, shout out Big E. All them they used to rap. I was young. I used to always want to rap. Could never get in the cypher because I was young. I was a female. Never really took me serious. So it wasn't until my homeboy DeJuan, rest in peace DeJuan, they call him D-Dub.
No doubt, rest in peace D-Dub.
Yeah, he was the first one that actually heard me out. Like actually, when I wanted to rap to him, I didn't think he was gonna sit down. He sat down and was like, "Let me hear what you got." You feel me? So once he heard it, he was the one who slid me in the cypher with everybody. Like y'all need to hear her. And I've been going ever since.
So you had to bogart your way in there and let the guys know you could go just as hard as they could.
Yeah, but I had to go through somebody who was already out there. Like I said, D-Dub, once he said something, they had to go with it. So he said, y'all got to hear him. So they like, we got to hear him,
You know what? Speaking of that, right? Like with you being I don't really like to categorize it because, I just feel like it's all hip-hop. But with the way the game is, you know how that go. But being a female artist, you know what I mean? Explain that, because I don't think a lot of female artists get to talk about it like they need to. So explain to them about the grind of a female artist.
Oh, now the grind with a female artist, we all, females and males, we all grind hard. But I feel like as females, we got to go extra hard because that's just like, prime example, our subject, like the NBA and the WNBA. A lot of people watch the NBA, but they don't watch WNBA games. You feel me? I brought up basketball because I played basketball, watching Simone Augustus, Candace Parker, a lot of them, you feel me? And
no doubt.
A lot of people didn't watch WNBA, so basically it's just like music. A lot of people listen to males, but they don't really listen to females because they feel like we're not going to go as hard. So me, like I said, being the only female and a group with a whole bunch of males that go hard, I had to go hard. So it's like our grind never stopped. Like we got to constantly, if a male they record a song one time, we might go there and feel like, okay, we gotta record 2 and 3 times. Like I done got to the point now where I find a beat or get a beat that I like. I listen to the beat 2 or 3 times, and now I sit there and can write a good solid verse in about 10, 15 minutes, no exaggeration. And it ain't always like that, like I said, because at first it was to the point where I always felt like, me personally, I feel like in a song they had sometimes they had a basically like the person is not that hot first, and they had the hottest person last most of the time.
Right.
So me, I was always first. So I'm like, dang, why I'm always first? And I felt like I was always put on certain songs. Right. Being out, street female, I always was on gangster songs, but I always like mellow type music, Erykah Badu, India Arie. So my mind, I wanted to rap about other stuff, but I was always put in a box, and I feel like that's what a lot of people do with female artists. They put us in a box.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, I feel like they look at us like, okay, well, she need to rap about her body. She need to rap about, she got to flaunt her body and stuff like that. So I'm trying to show females, you ain't got to flaunt your body. You ain't got to talk about nasty stuff. You ain't got to talk about having sex with a lot of people. You ain't got to talk about killing people all the time if that's not you.
Right.
So,
Right. And I'm glad that you mentioned that, because I think that, and not to throw shade, but, when you got artists like Cardi B, you know what I mean, Nicki Minaj, and it's not, like I said, it's not to throw shade. They're nice as far as, hip-hop goes. But I like the fact that you don't feel as if you got to show your body, or, you ain't got to be bending over in every video and talking about how good it is, you know what I mean, to let people know how talented you are.
Right. And for real, and I wouldn't, if it was up to me, if I had to do it, then I wouldn't do it. Like, I'm gonna still be myself at the end of the day. And just like you said with Cardi B, I respect her because of the simple fact it ain't how she's showing herself, is she do the kind of music she want to do. Right. Regardless of her appearance, she do what she want to do. So, I respect that, because some of her music people don't like, but at the same time, I feel a lot of her songs, some of them I don't feel, some of them I do. Just like with Nicki Minaj, I feel a lot of her songs, but I ain't really been no Nicki fan since her mixtape Beat Me Up Scotty. That's when I was a Nicki fan.
You know what?
Every song.
You see? Yes, her mixtapes was so much harder.
Yeah, and I feel like, sometimes I understand people gotta change their flows, to get to a bigger crowd, but at the same time, if you I feel like if you be yourself, regardless, you gonna still reach a bigger crowd. That's just like with Tupac. He went national, still rapping about the same stuff he had been rapping about when he was just a local artist in his town.
No doubt. Man, you see, what's so crazy is, I talk to a lot of guys about hip-hop. You know what I mean? And I really don't get to have these type of conversations with female artists, especially female artists. You know what I mean? So it's great to have this conversation right here. But as far as female artists go, who are some of Assata Blanco's, influences? Female artist-wise.
I mean, female artist-wise, I have one female artist, and a lot of new school people might not understand, but my female rap idol was MC Light. And I'm saying to this day, she was my female rap idol, and Sleek Rick was my male rap idol.
No doubt. My mom used to love MC Light.
Yeah, I'm talking about, you put an MC Light track on, you probably see a side of me like you see females in the club twerking and turn. You see the tech side of me. You throw some Georgia Porsey on her. You feel me? Like,
yeah, man.
They're my idols. MC Light and Sleek Rick.
No doubt, and that's dope though. You know what I mean? Especially, in this era of hip hop. You know what I mean? You don't really hear a lot of people talking about, MC Light. You know what I mean? Slick Rick. Like, you hear like the older people or the older hip hop pioneers or whatever talking about them. But you don't hear, us, newer rappers, underground, local rappers talking about them like that.
Right.
But that's what's up, though. So you, like I said, man, you had to go in there and let the guys know, like, hey, I'm here too.
Yeah, and that's everywhere, even to this day. And I see, and like right now, I'm working on my mixtape.
Okay.
Chronicles of Assata Blanco.
Oh, I'm ready to hear that.
Yeah, and I'm going to do it in parts, like part 1, part 2, part 3. Ooh. But right now, the Chronicles, this basically is just like a book. Right now, this mixtape is going to be my index. Basically back to it every kind of song. I got reggae songs. I got, songs for people struggling. I got, club songs. I got songs, about family stuff, deep stuff, like every subject, anybody from anywhere, even rich people, poor people, they're going to be able to relate to one of the tracks on my mixtape, they're going to be able to relate to. And once I get from this mixtape, my next mixtape is going to be straight. I might have a mixtape. Part 1 is going to be all party songs. It's not going to be a party song that's all the same kind. It might be, I can put something in. It might be a track up there like, okay, some people might party to Side Piece or stand up in it. Like
no doubt.
It might be an old school song like that have an older person turn and ready to party. I'm going to have a track up there that they're going to be able to party to, but at the same time, this generation going to be feeling it at the same time too. And I'm going to make sure that whole mixtape be straight songs that's in that category. My whole thing with making a mixtape, I feel like you gotta follow a certain timeline. That's just like with a story. You got to follow a storyline. With mixtapes, I feel like you got to follow a storyline. You can't have a mixtape, in my opinion, and it be everywhere. Like, you got to have songs. Like, if it's a mixtape talking about the streets, I feel like every song should somehow talk about the streets.
Somehow relate to it, exactly. So, okay. So, the Chronicles of Assata Blanco, that right there that's still in the making, right?
Yeah, it's still in the making.
How far along is it? Because now you got me ready to hear it. So how far along is
it? I mean, you got the exclusive, so the tracks that I'm sending you and you playing, these some of the tracks I'm going to have on it.
Oh, man, I already know it's going to be fired in.
Yeah, for sure.
I already know, because that joint, Struggling, okay, which we're going to play later in the show, but that song, Struggling, oh man, I think you went above people's heads on that song.
Yeah. And it's crazy how I even did it, because my little cousin, shout out to her, her rap name is Teasy, her name Tia. She younger than me.
She Teasy though.
Yeah, for sure. And she graduated high school this Saturday, and she been rapping. It was her homeboy. His name Jude. Shout out to Jude, because he real nasty. No doubt. And they been doing music for a long time, and they young. Like I said, I'm 26. Tia, she 18.
Oh wow.
And with Struggling, that's my blood. Like me and her grandma. Her grandma, my mom's sisters, her grandma passed. That was basically in my family. Her grandma, she was our safe haven. That was the aunt that we could go to if we want to smoke, whatever. If we doing something we supposed to, she gonna tell us about ourselves. But she rather us be in the house around family rather than be out in the streets. You get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I most definitely understand. I understand.
Yeah,
See, a lot of people don't know about that right there, man. That's that real Southern life. They don't know about it.
Yeah, and with her, she been rapping for a long time, and that was me and her first time ever doing a track together, and I more so with that track. Yeah, that was our first time doing a track together.
It didn't sound like it. The chemistry was great, so it didn't sound like it to me.
Yeah, and it's crazy because with that track, even though it's my mixtape, I wanted to more so spotlight her, because even when I performed it, that was her first time ever performing, period.
Wow. Okay.
And it was so real that the club that we went to, you had to be 21 and older to get in. It was so real that I would try to pull strings to get it in. And it got to the point where when they were saying she was too young, I was like, well, if she can't come in and perform, I ain't performing.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah, so that's how it was, and it got to the point where I pulled up to the place we was performing at, and they said she couldn't get in. I sat outside, like, you know what, I ain't even about to go in. And I thought about it. I said, you know what, I'm gonna go get her anyway.
No
so
doubt.
I called her, like, put some clothes on. I'm on my way at you. And it just so happened when we got there, I kind of talked. I taught her way in the club, and when she performed, it was crazy. Like, and even in the studio, it was just gonna be nobody knows about the struggle and the hustling. Like, it was just gonna be that.
Going through. Oh, that's my joint.
It was just gonna be like a little chant, but the background, I was more so playing with it, like, cause I don't sing, like I sung in the choir when I was a kid, but
right, no
like
doubt.
That was more so. I felt like putting that singing on it. I felt like that was putting that soul and that feeling behind it because, like I don't know. I just going in there. I was mad hype, even though, like I said, she younger than me. That's my blood. That was our first time in the studio, so I was super hype. I probably was just as hype as she was to even do a track with her, So, like I said, I want to also put her out there on that track, and I feel like I really did.
Well, you did. I'm gonna tell you that because, like I said, man, that song right there. I think it goes over people's heads because, like, don't get me wrong, it's like people know that people struggling, but they don't understand the struggle.
Yeah, they don't know what each other going through.
Right. That's why I like that song so much because to me, that's a real song. And not only is it a real song, it's crazy because, and not to, put you in a box, but it comes from a woman. And I think that's crazy. That's so dope.
Right, I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Hell, I appreciate it. I'm glad you sent me that.
Yeah, I just felt like with that song, I felt like, she hit on all angles from her point of view, from a younger point of view. And I'm young, but at the same time, my generation, I feel like my generation was the last real generation, because now everybody's shooting and stuff. My generation, we was still out here fighting and stuff, So
yeah, y'all caught the end of it. Y'all caught the very end of that.
Yeah, my generation, I was born in 92. I feel like 92, 93, then the two. But River, I feel like them the last generations that really got out here and fought and was back cool the next day,
Last of a dying breed.
Yeah, for sure. And I felt like, basically talking about the struggle, at the end of the day, everybody's just trying to get, whatever they doing, whether they hustling, whether they out here working every day, whether they, I don't knock nobody for nothing that they do.
It's the struggle, the everyday struggle.
Yeah. And everybody's just trying to make it out of their city, and just like I said, that's how you will do it too. You feel me? Whatever you got to do to get away from here, then that's what we got to do.
Gotta do it, man. So shout out to everybody in the struggle, that's in the hustle, that's out there trying to do their thing, man. Keep on doing it. You know what I mean? Because there's beauty in the struggle, man. For real. But when you make your music, right, and somebody put their headphones on, because that's the best way to listen to it, in my opinion. But what's the message that Assata Blanco is trying to get across in her music?
I mean, it depends on the song, and why I say that, because it's like I try to hit on all angles, so. Like now I'm to the point where now I'm really just, I feel like I'm like a lot of artists now don't speak on reality.
Facts.
For real. I feel like a lot of the stuff that artists do is filtered, so they can't really talk about what they want to do. Like the big artists, you got Jay-Z, Kanye West. Like if they speak on certain subjects, then it's just like they, like if somebody like with the police killing everybody.
Right.
They might can't speak on it because certain people feel like it ain't their place to speak on it, but at the same time, you might not be in that situation now, but you could have been in that situation. So I feel like, we don't, like a lot of people don't have a voice like they do. So I feel like when you're in a position to speak on certain subjects, you should. And with music, it's like you can't put music in a box because any subject can be music. You get what I'm saying?
Especially hip hop.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like with now, like the song I sent you, Ghetto.
Yeah.
I spoke on that because
that's a dope song.
Yeah, and I felt like, like I really feel like we need a savior in the ghetto. Like prime example with Kingston, it's a lot. You ride on Bright Street, Atkins Street.
Right.
You go through the Curry, the Pound, up the hill. The Tree, St. John.
Right.
Like it looked like the ghetto. The streets always tore up. The streets always tore up. It's never really, no good neighborhoods, or it's always basically a fucked up view of how the ghetto look. But at the end of the day, when you got like, I don't even like speaking on political stuff, but when you got people that's in positions to do stuff, they're not gonna come to the ghetto first. They're gonna go to the white folks section or the rich section.
You know what? It's not to cut you off, sister. I swear it's not to cut you off. But it's so funny that you say that, because that's the same thing, you know what I mean, that I be, talking about. You know what I mean? Not like you said, not to get into political things, but I talk to the mayor of our city, you know what I mean? And that be my main thing that I talk to him about. And I tell him, what about the hood? What about us? What about the ghetto? We ain't got nothing. So that's the reason why I appreciate that song. You know what I mean? Because you was letting them know.
Yeah, and I felt like, I basically was, and I'm a black female, but at the end of the day, we done had black females get killed by police too. You feel me? I'm a mom. I got a 5-year-old daughter. She about to be 6. So at the end of the day, it's just like I don't have a son, but I'm a mom. You get what I'm saying? So by me saying black men dying, mama's crying, and just like for real, half of the stuff. Anytime you see a black man, and not making it racial, anytime you see a black man get killed, 9 times out of 10, a police officer ain't charged, because it's just like they give him leeway, like, okay, his life was in danger, but at the same time, a lot of the men is dying, they not even a threat. You get what I'm saying? And then it's that's just like, as far as with the president, he out here promoting let's make America great again, but at the same time, at what cost? And then it's like a lot of
speaking. Yeah, speaking.
Yeah, and that's just like with a lot of people, like a lot of these black men that die, we didn't even know them from a can of beans until they die. That's why I said, you gotta get killed to get the fame in your city. Like that's what put people on now. True. Them getting killed, and I feel like it shouldn't be like that, because a lot of people, a lot of black males, especially here in Kingston. Right. It's a lot like they actually out here, they going doing stuff, and they try to. I feel like any black man in power, period, whether it's rapping, politicians, religion, anything, I feel like they try to knock the black man off his pedestal. Ooh. When in reality, like I feel like it ain't right. So I'm gonna speak on it, because at the end of the day, I was raised by a single mom. I'm the last out of 6 kids. My mama raised all us by herself. And
shout out to the single moms.
Yeah, for sure, because I'm a single mom. And at the same time, our moms raised us strong. To the point we don't need a man, but at the same time we do, because because a lot of us.
I'm so glad this is coming from a woman. I'm so glad it's coming from a black woman. Keep on, sister. I'm going to let you talk. I'm going to shut up. Go ahead.
Yeah, because a lot of us, for real, we wouldn't even be here if it weren't for a black man. You get what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
And then on top of that,
girl, you going in now. Go ahead, though.
Yeah, I told you.
Go ahead.
That's the Assata side coming out of me.
Hey, go ahead. Speak it, man. I said I'm going to shut up. I'm going to shut up. Go ahead. Say what you got to say.
But yeah, for real, though. But I feel like at the end of the day, a lot of black females, we get put in a box, and they talk about how black females expose themselves, they twerking, all this and that and the third. So it's like we get criticized for stuff, and then the black males, they getting killed. But at the same time, we really the only ones that's going to defend each other, because we know how each other feel. We the only ones that know how each other really feel.
True. Well, let me ask you this: being in hip hop, okay, being in hip hop. Because, like I said, I think you're a great artist, a dope artist. And
I appreciate it.
Most definitely. How do you balance? Because I'm a father, but it's different being a father than I know it's different being a father than it is being a mother. But how do you balance being a mother in hip hop and a rapper in hip hop?
Okay. Well, for one, my daughter, my biggest fan. I'm gonna go ahead and say that.
No doubt.
And why I say that is because after I do a track, I play it in the car.
What's your daughter's name?
Her name Naima.
Shout out to Naima, man. For real. I just want to give her a shout out. You better make sure she hears that part. I want her to hear that.
Oh yeah, she right here. She right here.
Shout out Naima.
For sure. And as far as with studio time, I sit right here. And, when I get beats or I see a beat that I like or I hear a beat that I like, I listen to it. I really can't write, right then and there because of the simple fact, she up, she get out of school. I got to help her with her homework, get dinner ready for her, get her ready, get a bath. Get her ready for bed. I'm ripping and running the whole time she up, so I really don't get a chance to write. But it's like the stuff that a kid say, it's amazing what a kid will say because a lot of the times when I get a beat, I really don't have nothing right then and there. I just like the beat. You feel me? And then by the time I done dealt with my daughter all day, whether she done said something, amazing, or she done made me mad for the day.
Yeah.
But, regardless of what mood she put me in, by the time she in bed, I really had time to myself and I think about everything.
Right. Most definitely.
So, and like far as with studio time, she go to school at 7:45, she gets out at 2:45, so that's when I go to the studio while she's in school, because that's really how I balance, like my rap life from my home life, once she get out of school.
I'm so glad you explained that because I don't think that a lot of people understand with the women, you know what I mean, that y'all got to be mothers first. And I respect that, you know what I mean? I respect that part of it, you know what I mean? And you still make the time to go to the studio. You know what I mean? And still do that, man. Wow. I don't know what to say. I can't feel what you feeling, but I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Because I was raised by a single mother also. So I can understand in a sense and just want to say, thanks to all y'all, you know what I mean, for doing what y'all do. You know what I mean? But that's great, man. For real. That's real great. Keep doing what you doing. Don't let nothing, and I'm telling you this as a friend. Forget it, as a friend. You understand me? Keep doing what you're doing, sister. Don't let nothing defer your dream. Don't let nobody take you off track. Keep doing what you're doing.
And I am, I went through my, my little phase from. Well, I had went off to college. I went to Elizabeth City State. Shout out to the Vikings.
No doubt.
I ended up, basically, put me on my music hard because I actually had slacked off. But, my grandma, she passed. But in 2011, she had got sick or whatever. And
no doubt.
They was gonna put her in a nursing home, and her and my grandpa, they were married. They had 13 kids, and that's how old people, that's how the old folks did. They had a lot of kids back then.
Oh yeah, and, shout out to the old school.
Yeah, for sure, because it wouldn't be no new school without the old school,
That's right.
But my grandpa, he didn't have to go to a nursing home. My grandma didn't want to go in one, and so my aunts and uncles, everybody had their own life. Then I didn't. I didn't have I didn't know I was gonna have a child again.
I'm
gonna keep it real.
No, I understand.
So I came home. I put my school stuff on, on pause because, my grandma didn't want to go to the nursing home, and I know once older people sit in their ways, they don't want to go in the nursing home. that, they'll shut down if they have to go on one. And I felt like being that my grandpa didn't have to go on one, my grandma shouldn't. So I put, I put the next 2 years of my life on hold to take care of my grandma, and I ended up having my daughter in the process of it. So, and it ain't a lot of people or a lot of kids that can say they was in a household with their great grandma. Because it was 4 generations. It was 4 generations in a house. It was my daughter, me, my mom, and my grandma.
No doubt, man. Yo, I'm telling you, man. You giving it to them, man. You giving it to them straight. I love it. I really do, man. You really are an inspiration, in my opinion. You're inspiration to young females. Young females that want to, be rappers, singers, you know what I mean, that want to live out their dreams and still take care of their business. You know what I mean? That's dope right there.
For sure.
Man, I really appreciate you for stopping through Assata Blanco, for real. For real.
Man, and I'm going to show the love because you show me and all the other local artists, regardless if they here or anywhere in the world, they might not be mainstream, but they local artists in their city, so you show us love. You do something that a lot of people don't do, because a lot of people, if they play your music, you got to edit it. You got to X out some stuff. They want you to.
I play the real. I play the real. I play the real. I want to play y'all real music.
Right, and I feel like that right there, it put me back to the old school, because you got people like Wu-Tang, Rough Riders. Right. Their music won't filter. They say what they want to say, and it was our music, regardless if it was real life beef. They still did the kind of music they wanted to do, and they said what they wanted to say, and it wasn't an issue then. So now I feel like with us being able to say, if we want to say what we want to say, and you put us out there like that, I feel like that's taking it back to the old school, and everything. It don't matter what it is, fashion, whatever. It's all a cycle. It all come right back.
No doubt, shorty. You gotta come back to the show, man. Cause I'm gonna continuously play your music, but you gotta come back for another interview, cause we could talk forever. You know that, right?
Oh yeah. Cause you speak the real and I'm gonna speak the real, so it's just gonna be real talk.
Hey, that's the best way to do it. You know what I'm saying? Again, thank you for coming through and everything, man. I really appreciate it. We gonna save it, because I know it's so much more we could talk about, and we gonna talk about it, because like I said, I want you to come back to the show and do a whole nother interview and let everybody know how much you've been progressing and everything, and you know what I mean, and keep inspiring those young, young queens to do their thing.
And I'm gonna keep on, because I'm raising a young queen.
True indeed. Anybody want to give any shout outs to and anything or whatever, holla at your people.
I want to, like I said, give a shout out to CBC, my cousin Reed, Eli, Dawg, Cold Summer, because they was the first one that I ever did a track with. That was the first studio I ever went in. Shout out to the Up Boys, Refrigerator, Stacks, Bankman, because they're the ones who kept me on my game when I was slacking off. They the ones who kept telling me, let's get in the studio. Shout out to all the other artists, that did features. Like I said, Tizzy, the new track I just sent you. Shout out C Honcho. I done did tracks with, Nikki Champagne, a lot of people. And, just shout out any artist that's out here grinding, because, it ain't easy. People might feel like it's easy, but it's really not easy, and anybody that's, still trying to do real music, shout out to the people shout out to the people that's trying to make their community better. I seen him the other day,
shout out to the homie N.O. Diamond.
Yeah, I seen him the other day walking through the hood, trying to figure out how he can make it better. Just shout out to everybody. Shout out to my mom, because I wouldn't even be here without her. My siblings, my oldest brother, he got locked up in 99 here. Shout out to my brother Eric Carnegie. Shout out to Miko Wiggins. You know, the original people from here, because that's the real, you know. And shout out to you, J Real, because without you, a lot of us wouldn't be getting the exposure we getting, and that's real.
Hey, man, I do it for y'all, you know what I mean? So I appreciate it, you know what I mean? I do it all for y'all, man. Y'all just keep making the music. That's all I need y'all to do. Just make the music, you know what I mean? And I really appreciate it, man. I'm going to play your track, Struggling. You know what I mean? We're going to end off on that right there. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm going to play that right there. Oh, but before we go, let them know where they can follow you at and, you know, message you at, or, you know, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. Let them know where they follow you.
Okay. Don't laugh, because, you know, I'm kind of prehistoric. I don't really do a lot of internet stuff. But, you know, my Facebook is Assata Blanco, and that's ASSATA, Ben, BIN, Blanco, BLANCO. That's my Facebook. My Instagram is The Real Assata Blanco. You know, my Snap is the same thing. Twitter, I don't even remember my Twitter name, for real, no for real. Doubt. That's how long it's been since I've been up there, but for the most part, they inbox me on Facebook or Instagram. You know, hit me up on Instagram, whatever. They can hit me up. They can comment on your post, whatever. I'm going to see it, you know, for sure.
Hey, like I said, man, thank you. I really appreciate it, man. I can't thank you enough. I don't want to take nothing away from the guys. This is my best interview. This is my favorite interview right here.
That's what's up.
I swear to God it is, because you really just mind blown the things you said. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and I appreciate it. I appreciate you for having me.
Oh yeah, most definitely. So we're gonna go ahead and play this Struggling joint. We're gonna end that on that right there.
Okay, for sure.
It's your boy J Real at The Real Hip Hop Show, where hip hop is everything and everything is hip hop. Peace.
Settling for less. All this pain in my heart, I swear I feel it in my chest. Fill your mouth with my lyrics, gon' get a little taste. I'm a young and treat a smooth float, tryna get paid, tryna get the code to the safe, tryna paper chase, tryna get laid, tryna roll some weed and get blade, getting rid of obstacles that come in my way, and that's some game. My niggas don't bang, but my niggas bang. If you get what I'm saying, just know we ain't playing. Where you stand is where you land. My life is not amazing, but I swear I'm really changing. I'ma be the greatest, and I promise that one day that I will make it. A lot of people, they don't really wanna see me make it. I know they gon' come try to break me, but I'ma still gon' remain humble. Stay strong and carry on this bundle. Sometimes I feel like I live in a jungle with lion cheetahs and anacondas. That's why I won't get my heart up. That's why I will keep my guard up. Like to make money the fast way, keep my bars up. Flip no pass, don't forget to keep my charge up. Everybody knows about the struggle and the hustling. Oh, what we gon' do? Oh, what we gon' do? We just tryna make it out our city. And this how you would do it too. This how you would do it too. Nobody knows about the struggle and the hustling. Oh, what we gon' do? Oh, what we gon' do? We just tryna make it out our city. And drama, I'm 25 now. I'm a mom now, trying to make my kid proud. Said I'm a mom first, I can't let my kid down. So I'm chasing this paper while trying to make it major. Don't take it personal when I say that I don't do no favors. The struggle real, but hustling keep the food on the table. Come to my city and it's full of what dreams could have been made of. It's crazy, that's why I gotta stay focused. I stay to myself, getting this money. If you haven't noticed, that's why I gotta make it big and put my city on. Lost a lot of niggas that I know ain't even coming home. So this one for them, and this one for you. We all struggling, we just trying to make